Humanity is probably one of the most self-destructive forces ever to exist in anything. We're literally always just destroying ourselves and just rolling over anything because people are selfish and don't give a shit. This story is a fine example of why many people like to say that they've lost faith in all of humanity. And it's one of many examples. Because this isn't an isolated incident, this shit happens fairly often overseas, unfortunately. Two parents. Two pieces of fucking shit. And that's being kind. Two pieces of fucking shit took it upon themselves to sell their children. And when they got caught and they were interviewed, well, what did you sell the children for? Well, money. What did you need the money for exactly? What were you so hard up for? Well, we wanted to actually play an online game and buy in-game items and go to this internet cafe, and all that cost money, so we sold our kids. Sold your kids. Right into human trafficking, where they could be slave labor. They could end up becoming a fucking sex slave, organ harvested, like used for experimentation. There's a long ass list of really, really fucking vile things that they currently could be succumbing these children to, and they won't know. They could be alive, they could be dead. No one knows. There's no update on children because they're pretty much vanished, gone, poof. And it's because of these two people. You carried a child for 9 months, and then the value of that child to you was just dollar signs. So for 9 months you carried it as an investment. Nothing else, nothing more. It was never a person to you. Just sold your kid off. And the husband needed to play games so bad that he sold his second child. Strictly for that. Oh, it was an unplanned child, so we sold it. You know, the only reason that they got caught is because the grandfather found out about this shit and then reported them. Now they're sitting in prison. And I can't imagine, for the life of me, being related to that. To realize that I share a bloodline with that. The very idea that you're part of the same race as me. Like, you're a human being like I am. We're related. And you did that. Sitting in prison, and it just fucking kills me, because you ever put me in charge. If you would ever put me in charge, there would be no trial, there'd be no court proceedings, there'd be nothing. There'd be me signing a piece of paper, passing it along, and you would be executed, sight unseen. You wouldn't even get into a cell block. You would go in, you would be killed, you'd be turned into fertilizer, and everybody would go about their day like nothing happened. Because the minute that you decided that you'd sell these kids off, you wrote off all traces of humanity about yourself. And you made yourself into a target, frankly. Calling you filth and garbage and shit and anything else to describe these two things. Don't want to call them people, and they sure as fuck aren't parents. I literally have a very firm grasp of the English language. I have a vast vocabulary. I could go and pick and choose plenty of words and a big detailed description to go and describe these fucking people, and it would never be good enough. Dead would probably be the only words I'd want to go and describe them as. it kills me to think that there are very nice, kind people out there that want nothing more than to have a family, and they can't. And you're selling yours off. You don't even give a fuck. You're so fucking, like, greedy and simple-minded and ignorant and just... You're such a bad person. They probably don't even see what the big deal is. They're probably feeling bad for themselves because they were so fucking selfish. Like, in passing, I've mentioned that I have a son. I love my kid a whole bunch. My son is cool as fuck. It's like a little miniature version of me. Makes me smile and laugh. We have a good time every time that we're together, and he's a great kid. He's smart and sharp and just... I like him a lot. I do. Like any good parent. You're just like trying to bring him up and mold him into a great human being. And I think about, how awesome he is, and then I think about if something would ever happen to him. If anything would ever happen to him. If it was ever any one individual's fault that something would happen to him, there would be no escape. Nothing you could do. Nowhere you could hide. I would ravage the absolute landscape that you are hiding under, and I would level it. If anyone got in my way, it would take a fucking hailstorm of bullets to cease all of my fury. And even then, I can promise you, I'm going to get a hold of you. And I'm going to make sure that you pay. That's if anything ever happened to them. Any good parent should be that way. You care about your own. My friends, my family, I love them to death. And I would definitely take a bullet for all of them. Those people have no fucking moral compass at all. If anything, it points straight south, down into the darkest, dankest pits of hell. And even then, hell still has better people. Stories like this, I'm just like, wow, somebody really just sold their kid so that they could play a fucking video game. All this shit, you could fucking take it. Wouldn't matter. I could just go and build it up again. It's just stuff. That's it. We're talking about human fucking life. You sold them for a measly fucking online game. A virtual item. That was the value of this life. The idea that I'm in this world and I had a price tag put on me, and it was for things that aren't even tangible. Like, I was just given up for that. What a mindfuck. And that's even if they're alive. Like, I hate humans so much. Because I hear about shit like this. I understand that the world has its good and it has its bad. The world is not black and white. It has many shades of gray. I understand that. There's many walks of life. I never turn a blind eye to good or bad. I don't sit there and just act like, oh, nothing is happening over there. Like, I will never be so ignorant to do something like that because I need to be able to understand everything. I mean, but I could never, ever get into the mind of somebody like this and truthfully tell somebody with a straight fucking face that I could understand, because there is no understanding. The logic there is well beyond flawed. It is non-existent. It is nothing more than fucking greed and desire and not giving a damn anymore. I mean, like, the furthest of ever giving a shit. That's where they're at. You don't register as a human anymore. You should just be dead. Like, you should be. And somebody's just like, bad things happen in the world all the time. This isn't a big deal. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I hate your dumb mentality. I hate the dumb bullshit that you're fucking trying to go and peddle right now with a stupid fucking statement like that you regurgitated from other people fucking saying prior to you. I can assure you, you aren't a fucking goddamn special person for saying that. But here's the sad fucking fact of it. If an asshole like you will fucking say something like that, you want to know when you change your fucking tune, when the bad shit's happening to you, and you'd want all the fucking pity and understanding in the entire fucking world. Just because bad shit's happening somewhere else doesn't mean you simply ignore this or don't give a shit or don't do something about it. And I fucking hate the fact that the only thing I can do is just be in this room right here. And I can make videos making people aware, spreading knowledge, and letting people fucking understand, and potentially even giving them a side of the story or some opinions or thoughts or something that they may previously not have fucking thought of on their own for whatever reason. But I am in no position of power. I'm a fucking nobody on the internet. A fucking nobody that has no pull, has no fucking money to be able to do 90% of the shit that would be right whenever I hear about shit like this. I'm not in some goddamn fucking swanky office who's able to go and make the right decisions and do the right thing. And I would never, and you know what, with a mentality like mine, I would never get in to begin with, even if I did attempt to, because they would never want somebody like me. They want somebody that's willing to go and scratch the back and fucking cup the balls of some other fucking asshole that's able to go and get their fucking favor. Oh, what are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna do for me? Like, no, what am I gonna do for the fucking people? That's the entire point that you're there. You're supposed to be able to fucking do stuff for everybody, not just 5 fucking people with shitloads of money to go and blow and a bunch of fucking yachts that they get a whole bunch of fucking cocaine and hookers on. But pieces of shit like this, you should be fucking offed. No question at all. And if somebody's like, I'm against the death penalty, don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but you're against the death penalty. Okay, you don't want people killed. That's absolutely fine. We're not talking about people anymore. Last time that I fucking checked, human beings would not do something like that. A true human being would never fucking sell off their own, as if they're just a fucking commodity. They would never do something like that. Like I said, the minute that you did that, you relinquished all fucking rights that you had as a human being, as far as I'm concerned. That's how my fucking brain will go and calculate all this. Like, that's how I see it. Like, I'm like, I don't know, man. I see this shit and I'm fucking like seething mad, and like, I just need to say shit at a camera. Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, you end up valuing the people around you so much more because of it. Like, it's like, you fuck with children, you fucking beat women, you fuck with animals or anything like that, I would rain hell down on you. Just rain hell down on you, all around you, just no escape. I'd make sure it just fucking closes in as slowly as possible. Those are easiest ways to ever just get right fucking under my skin. I'm not a perfect human being, but those are things like I just... So, yeah, there's that story. Shitty story. If you want to share with people, by all means. It's a fucking sucky story, but the thing is, again, I feel that people should know how the world works. That's why I say the stuff that I do. That's why I go and spread this shit about to other people, to let them know. So that you can see, so you can hear, so you can understand. I talk about plenty of good news. I have to talk about shit like this. This is uncomfortable. Make no fucking goddamn second guess. This is uncomfortable to just speak about. Like, it really is. At the end of it, I don't even like hearing about this kind of shit. I'd rather everything be fucking hunky-dory and happy-go-lucky. I'd rather go about my day in a positive manner as much as possible. Like, you know what I was playing previously? Like, before I was doing this video right here, I was playing Strider on my PS4. That's what I was doing. I was playing Strider. Then reading, I'm just like, that's what I was fucking doing. Somebody just sold their fucking kid for games. Anyway, I have nothing else to say. There is really nothing else to say. There are no perfect words for shit like this, but I had to get shit off my chest, obviously. So if you want to share the story, by all means, everything's in the description. Like I said, I'm done with this video. This entire thing fucking sucks, and I just hope those kids are okay.